In this video lesson, we are going to discuss about transport system in animals, and we are going to discuss about systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. We are going to discuss firstly the circulation at fishes and then in humans. Animals are, organisms which are more active than plants, which means that they are more complex, and that's why they require or they have greater demands for the transport system. Small organisms are able, to supply or to obtain the requirements of oxygen by the process of diffusion, while larger organisms such as the fishes, insects, or mammals, they have a very well organized transport system. And in this video lesson, we are going to be focused on this transport system and how is this transport system in fish and in mammals organized. Well, our the circulatory system, it is made up of three elements, which are the heart, the blood, which moves into the blood vessels, which is the third element. So we have the heart, we have the blood, and the blood vessels. The way in which the blood circulates into our body or in the body of animals or different organisms, it might be blood circulation open blood system, or it might be closed blood system. Open blood system, it is seen in simple organisms in which blood is able to get out of the blood vessels to go to the tissues and then to transport oxygen and nutrients, while closed blood system, it might be a double or single closed system. Double, which means that the blood moves twice in the heart, and single, which means that the blood moves once in the heart. The blood system of animals differ in the number of the heart chambers and in the number of the circuits through which the blood flows. Now let's see each of them. First of all, let's discuss the blood system on a fish. Fishes have a closed blood system. They have a single circulate blood flow, and they have a heart which is made up of two chambers, one ventricle and one atrium. The circulation, starts into the atrium, which in which the atrium collects the old blood that has been returned from the body, and the ventricle, then the blood with no oxygen will be moved to the ventricle, and from the ventricle will be transported to the gills. The gills are, the organ in the fish where it happens the gas exchange by diffusion, which means it happens the gill circulation when the oxygen, it is obtained, and the carbon dioxide goes outside. Now on, the blood will be oxygenated, and in this moment it will be transported to the whole body of the fish, which means it will enter into the systemic circulation or into the capillaries, where it happens again the gas exchange by diffusion, when oxygen it is given to all the cells and the carbon dioxide it is turned back, and so the blood will be returned back again to the heart. The fish have a single circulation, which means that the blood flows once in the heart. The circulation starts in the heart, then it goes to the gills, where it happens the gas exchange and the blood becomes oxygenated. then it goes to the whole body, and from the whole body it is returned back again to the heart. Blood system at humans. We humans, we have a closed double circulation, which is divided in systemic circulation and in pulmonary circulation. So we have the systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. Systemic circulation is the circulation that makes the blood flow from the heart to the whole body, while the pulmonary circulation is the circulation from the heart up to the lungs. You can see in the picture that in the left side of our body we have oxygenated blood, while in the right side we have always deoxygenated blood. The oxygenated blood, it is separated, let's say, from the deoxygenated blood. In humans, the heart, it is divided in 4 chambers, 2 atriums and 2 ventricles. Let's see systemic circulation. In the systemic circulation, the blood flows from the heart to the whole body, and this circulation starts on the left ventricle. And from here the blood will flow up to the aorta, which is the biggest or the largest blood vessel in our body. The aorta then it is branched in the ascending aorta and in the descending aorta, and the blood it is transported to the whole part. It is transported to the upper parts of our body and in the lower parts of our body. And the body which contains oxygen will be transported to the whole cells. So for example, you have here internal organs or the legs, and this blood vessel will give oxygen to the cell and the tissue by gas exchange and diffusion, and then the blood will take the carbon dioxide and it will be returned, let's say, back to the heart through the superior and inferior vein cava. And these veins are the veins which will return the blood to inside of the heart into the right atrium. So the systemic circulation or the large circulation starts in the left ventricle and ends in the right atrium, where blood it is returned back to the heart with let's say it is a deoxygenated blood, and it is returned from interior and superior vein cava. So this is the systemic circulation. After the systemic circulation, the blood will flow from the right atrium to the right ventricle. Then it will start the pulmonary circulation. So the pulmonary circulation will start into the right ventricle in here and will enter, let's say, into the lungs through the pulmonary arteries. These are the pulmonary arteries, which are 2 of them, one for the right lung and one for the left lung. And these pulmonary arteries are the only arteries in our body in which the carbon dioxide it is transported. So the pulmonary circulation it starts in the right ventricle when the blood goes to the lungs, and in here in the capillaries it happens the gas exchange. The gas exchange when the blood leaves the carbon dioxide, which will be expelled outside in the environment, and it will take the oxygen, and so the blood will become oxygenated, and let's say the blood with oxygenated, let's say with oxygen contained in it, would be returned back to the heart through the pulmonary veins, which are the only veins in our body that transport oxygen, and these will be returned to the left atrium. So the pulmonary circulation starts into the right ventricle and ends into the left atrium to start again another systemic circulation. This was the lesson for the blood circulation in our body.